Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, Dr. Bella, and the Angel Face. And welcome to episode 30 of 7 Days to Die.
Thank you very much.
And after some issues with...
No, we're fine. We're fine.
After some issues with getting this episode started, my Fraps was not cooperating. Instead of recording the game, it is recording the Skype, and that was very weird. I've never encountered that before, but it seems to have ironed itself out. But after that fiasco, here we are back again, trying to get this going. Today, it looks like they are a little bit weary of doing the digificating. So, instead,
so many hours on end.
Instead, they are off exploring. They have gone south and are running into, or have run into, lots of meat food and other goodies.
So much meat food.
So hopefully,
which means zombies think I'm their friend. There's a mountainous-looking wasteland region. That's weird.
A mountainous-looking wasteland region. Okay.
Very hilly. More hilly than I'm used to wastelands being.
But
outside of a city, they're pretty.
While they are off doing their exploration and adventuring, and screaming and crying, I am working on the defenses here back at the home base, and I have just learned something. Apparently I've been a little behind on the news. Apparently there is going to be a 7 Days to Die update in the not too terribly distant future, and hopefully it won't destroy the world save here. If it does, I guess that will mean having to start a new season, but we will burn that bridge when we get to it. But for right now, I'm going to get busy on making this little tower trench a little bit more presentable and functional. And if there's any news from them, obviously I can't get to them too quickly.
There's so much meat on me.
But I'm sure we'll hear about it. So yes. We'll be right back.
Oh, and then she eats. Oh my god, you can eat after that. That's just...
So, why are you so sensitive to the noise of destroying the corpses?
I don't know. The first 3 times I ever played Killing Floor, I threw up in the trash can next to my desk.
Okay, well, I've been enjoying listening to the commentary coming from way down south. Get the pig, get the pig. And then all of a sudden there's a pause. And then there's you going, This is marginally entertaining.
Ooh. 5-way crossroads. Which way to go?
Now,
straight.
The question I have is, why are you destroying the corpses if they're so far away?
It's important to keep the heat of the zone down.
Oh. I think you're doing it just to hear her go.
Can I do that?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, but we sure do need more bullets.
Use crossbow bolts on the pigs and deers if you can. They're cheap. What did you just found?
Blueberry seeds.
We haven't found blueberry seeds yet. Cool.
We hadn't found blueberry seeds before.
Alright, so the first basin around the tower here is complete. Whoa, I almost fell in. Everything down there is lined with barbed wire. Can't really see it all that well. Maybe if I get the right angle on it, you might be able to. But the central pillar completely surrounded by barbed wire, and the outer wall as well. And I had to be kind of tricky getting up, but that's one of them done. However, I have discovered that I need to go get some more cinder blocks or broken stone or something. I need more gravel so I can make more of this concrete here. What I'm going to
Do you
do...
have beer on you?
Yes.
Oh.
Take these beer.
Also, they are apparently bearing a full inventory, the both of them, and are coming back with goodies and surprises. I do not know.
Bear! Bear!
Bear!
You said bear.
Bear.
Bear?
Bear.
It's like, but they didn't put bears in here. What are you talking about?
Bear.
Oh.
You concerned me. I thought there was a bear. I thought that I was about to discover something in here that I did not know. A bear in this game. Wouldn't that be delightful? Add that to the tundra biome. Add the bears. Ugh. As if those frozen zombies weren't hard enough. Well, I think I just witnessed a corpse getting destroyed, didn't I? Yep, they're off hunting. So, while they are on their way back with full-ish inventories, I'm going to head off to the city.
So much meat.
And try to get some more concrete made, because I need to work on the other tower there. Then I need to figure out where the other towers are going to go. I'm thinking in those flat areas, there and there, have some. Then from that end, have a tunnel go over here and come out so it can overlook there.
Yet satisfying.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Why?
So I'm going to go fetch some supplies over in the danger area, and I guess we'll be back. I figured since they are off doing whatever adventure it is they're doing, I would come to the wasteland because I need some more gravel. Now I could harvest this stuff up, the broken stone. Hello. Goodbye. But instead of wasting my pick and other resources on that, it's just going to be simpler for me to be prepared with my beat stick and go around and harvest all the cinder blocks. I went down the shoreline from the road over to where the Nimoy monument is, and picked up some cinder blocks along the way there, but it's just a lot easier to do this and be alert for anything that might be nearby than it is to deal with all the pick repair and having to listen over the sound of the chopping. So hopefully I'll be able to get a bunch of the cinder blocks and be able to make some gravel out of them. Plus, I think these only the broken stone only gives 1 gravel per use, whereas the cinder blocks I'm pretty sure give 2. Actually, let's go ahead and test that theory. Cinder block. Yep, that gives 2. Give me that. And this, just go ahead and make a hole. The shattered stone, that's what it, or the destroyed stone. Yep, that gives 1. So, I'll just go ahead and keep that. I'm going to, I guess, fill up my inventory, what's left of it, with the cinder blocks, and head back, make some more concrete, because I need some more of that for the towers, and then I should have a bunch extra for some other projects. Anyway, I'll be back. Well, that's pretty cool. 2 rusted husks of cars spawned inside each other. That is weird. Alright, the basin around the tower over here is done, and it's the same configuration as the one over there, barbed wire, on the inside pillar and coating the outside in the same depth as far as I can count. Now, this is a little bit higher up here, so this is probably not going to be the best tower for, say, during a feral horde when the barfers are around. But as long as you can kill them from up there before they can actually do any damage, it should be fine. I don't know if zombies will just fall into that pit on their own, or if they will have to be shoved. If they have to be shoved, then that's a bonus, because that means that the pit won't be getting filled up, and it'll lower the chances of them breaking stuff down there. But the pits are done, the towers are done, and it's time for me to move on to something else. But before I do, I am still tossing around the possibility of having a walkway between them, and I've marked off the center point between the two pillars. I just don't know how feasible it would be, because the walkway would have to be up there at that height, and it would have to be supported certainly at least once, if not 2 or 3 times, and each one of those supports would be vulnerable to zombie attacks. So I'm really apprehensive about doing that. I may just leave it that if you want to go from one to the other, you have to go down the ladder, across, and back up. Sure, it'll take a little bit more time. You might lose track of where things go while you're underground, but it should work. In the meantime, while I make a final decision on that, I'm going to get to work on, on the monument flattening over there, and I guess we'll see what they get when they are back from their adventure when we get back. Now this is why it's important to listen while you're digging. A mini horde just tried to sneak up on me from over the hill there. It looks like it's just 3 screamers maybe, or 2 screamers and something else. But they just came from that way, and they're marching on through. Hopefully they'll ignore me. But that was weird. And they are definitely headed somewhere. Let's see what they do when they get to the edge of the dirt over there. I have a feeling they're probably just going to fall off, but they may just try to walk around. It was just those 3. I didn't see a crawler or anything else, so... Oh, no. They just decided to stop. Wow. Weird. Anyway, back to work. I think I pretty much know why they decided to go out on their little adventure. I have been working all day on this project here, and with as much digging as I've done, all I've gotten is the outer margin. Now I have brought it all the way down to the same level all the way around, so that is done. There is the marker for the outside, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I am going to more than likely have to start focusing on utilizing some TNT, because this is going to be quite the diggy project. Hello, I thought I had a stalker. Can't get me. Hi. Now, after this is done, I may want to modify this hill a bit, so... I saw that. You're fine down there. Anyway, I may want to make it so the slope isn't so abrupt. Kind of taper it off or something. But That will have to be decided in the future. For right now, though, I am going to head back over to the domicile because I want to... Uh-oh. Why are you not... I guess it's going to drop one over by them, maybe? Oh well. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I want to do with the watchtowers for the yard here. I'm thinking the best place for them is going to be roughly straight out from where those towers are, only in the yard here. And I need to figure out how I'm going to connect it, because I don't want to just dig straight out through... Well, I'll come down here. I don't want to dig straight out through the doorway there because, well, for one thing, I wouldn't be able to have much of a defensive pit around the base of the tower if I did that. And also, it would just be a little bit too close to the surface, the access point, and a little bit too vulnerable. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I'm going to work on that. And possibly figure out a tunnel that goes under the road over to that side. So I'm going to get a little bit of planning done for that while I wait for them to return, because apparently they're on their way back. So I'll be back. They have returned from their rather extensive journey off to the south, and this is not everything that they came back with. Look at all that raw meat. That's just amazing. And
We were killing machines.
yes, yeah, I can see that. Look at that. You've got all kinds of scrap metal and feathers galore, and you brought me some peas and some glass panes. So
Eggs and beer.
and
All the
oh yeah, beer. There's just all kinds of stuff going on here. But apparently they did not find either an auger or a chainsaw on their adventures, which is a sad thing. How many neighborhoods did you raid, or was that just from one neighborhood?
That was one huge neighborhood.
We didn't
And we
even
didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it.
We couldn't.
Couldn't.
I'm going to have to go back with you next time. That's a bunch. But the towers back here are good to go. Now I need to worry about the towers in the front. I was thinking, hey, you guys. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Come down here to the base of this ramp. Do you think... there's only half of you down here. Do you think it would work if I had just a doorway right here in either corner, leading off in either direction to some towers out front, and then one or the other of these having a tunnel that goes under the road and comes up over that way? Do you think that would work for a point of entry, or do you think there'd be a better place to put it? Because the only other thing I can think of is to have like the entrance through here, through the mine shaft thing, but that wouldn't solve the problem of accessing on the other side unless I went over and across under this ramp underground. That's the only other solution I could think of. But do you think that it would work well for here in the corners well enough? Well, then I think that's what I'm going to do.
Sounds like a plan.
So, I guess it's a good enough point to wrap up. thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or
We need more
suggestions.
I got some.
Eggs? Did you say eggs?
There's never
Yeah.
enough eggs.
There's never enough eggs. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or concerns, please leave a message in the comment section below. If you like this video and you like what we're doing here, please give a like. We do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when our future stuff comes out. Also, I will be including a link to the Angel Face's Twitch channel and probably her YouTube as well, if she's going to start focusing on that a little bit. That way you guys can go pay her a visit. As far as this episode's concerned, it is done. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, Dr. Bella, and the Angel Face, and we will talk to you later.